This video is for educational and entertainment only. My goal is to inform others about the true horrors of manufacturing, selling, and being addicted to methamphetamines for over 20 years, and only getting caught once 5 years ago. I've been clean from all substances ever since that day. I cannot confirm or deny that any of these stories ever happened or that I have made over 25,000 drug deals since the mid-90s. Maybe I'm just a guy with a very good imagination who can make up incredible stories with amazing continuity throughout many dates and timelines. It took me 5 years for me to get a clear head in order to even think about these stories without them triggering me or urging me to return to the life I led for so many years. By viewing the contents of this video or any other video of mine, you agree to not attempt or recreate anything seen or heard while viewing them. I am not confessing to any acts stated in this video. The contents of this video should not be treated as factual or a confession. All names have been changed to protect the innocent and the guilty. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. This story takes place August 22nd, 2015. It was a beautiful Saturday morning. I was just about to head out on my bicycle, and I was excited to start slinging meth because on this particular day, there was no wind. The temperature outside was nice and cool, and I had just put brand new high-pressure tires on my bicycle and greased up all the bearings, and I was excited to put on about 25 miles cruising in and out of neighborhoods and making drops, bullshitting with my customers, and getting high the whole day. I had about $250 cash on me and maybe 10 1-gram bags of killer bud. It was basically a day like any other day. I always carried about $250 with me just in case I came across some really good meth that I can buy for myself because my tolerance was so high that I needed the highest quality shit to even hope to have a chance or even getting high. But whether I was high or not, I still loved riding my bike under these circumstances and these conditions. You see, I live on top of a hill, which is about 3 blocks long with no stop signs all the way down to the bottom. And then a 3-block coast until I get to the stoplight. So I usually get a 1-block head start until I get to the hill. So then I start descending from the top with a good head of steam, and I get into the tuck position, and halfway down that hill, I'm just flying down that hill. Oh yeah, by the way, I took a couple rips off the meth pipe and a couple rips off the blunt, and I am thinking that it's going to be a great day. So halfway down that hill, my phone is vibrating in my pocket, and it stops. 10 seconds later, it starts vibrating again. So when I coast up to the red light and stop, I look at my phone, and I see that it's my buddy Kenny. So he was going to be my first stop, and he was expecting me, so I thought I'd better call him back just in case there's trouble. You know, like there might be cops nearby or something else. I don't like surprises, so I call him back. When Kenny answers the phone, he is talking so fast that I can barely understand him. He tells me that his friend is in town for a little while and he has the best shit that Kenny has ever had and that I should get there as soon as I can. So I tell Kenny that I'm 2 minutes away from his house and I'll be there in a minute. So when I get there, he introduces me to Curtis. Curtis is a Latin king, and they are known for having the best meth around. So I'm thinking, all right, this is going to be good. So then he gives me a couple puffs off his pipe, and Kenny is right about the fact that it is the best shit that he's ever had. So I ask him how much he has, and he tells me that he has 1 8-ball left. And I ask him, how much does he want for it? He tells me that he has to get $300 for it. Well, $250 is usually what you pay for it. So I tell him I only have $250. So I ask him if I can buy half of it for $150. And he says that he can get $325 for it back home and that he has to get back on the road in 15 minutes. I take a look at Kenny, and he is literally bouncing off the walls and flailing all over the place. And I say to myself, I gotta get this, you know. So I ask him if he can run me down to the bank so I can get another $50 out. He says that he doesn't have a license, so and when he does drive out of here, he's getting right on the highway, and he would rather sell the last of what he has so he doesn't have to worry about getting pulled over. Yeah, that makes sense. So I ask him if he will wait for me so I can run to the bank and back. And He says that my bike looks pretty fast and that he will wait for me. So he gives me another puff, and I jump on my bike, and I am gone like the wind. So I get $50 more out of the bank, and I pedal my ass off back. I get a couple blocks away, and I see his car is still there, and I think to myself, thank God, his car is still there, and he is in the car and just putting out of the driveway. I basically cut him off and stop him. I roll up to his driver's side window. I give him $300 cash. He throws me the 8-ball, and then me and Kenny head into his garage and fill the pipe. I take the first hit, and I cough my ass off, and then I feel that sinking feeling that I feel when I know that I just got ripped off. $300 fucking gone, and Curtis by now is 10 miles away. I just got ripped off for $300 by a Latin king. The old bait and switch. He did it to me, and he was slick as shit about it. I realized that I will be selling shit for the next 2 or 3 days and won't make a cent. It starts to sink in how bad my life sucks, and just like that, riding my bike isn't much fun anymore, and then I got to go home, make up a bunch of fucking lies to cover my ass again. I always hear other dealers say, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But maybe everybody else isn't doing it because they're way smarter than I am. As far as what Kenny and Curtis are up to, Kenny had a stroke and he's in a wheelchair now. I ran into him last year. And Curtis is homeless, but he and I are friends on Facebook. I hope you enjoyed this story about a day in the life of a drug dealer. The thing is, Curtis could have easily just pulled a gun and robbed me. Well, what am I going to do? Call a cop? Thanks for watching and listening to this video. Leave a like and subscribe. Peace.